Imagine your body as an energy management system. Every day you consume energy through food. Every day your body uses energy to support movement, thinking, digestion, and cellular repair. But not all of that energy is used immediately. Some of it is stored. And one of the primary ways the body stores energy is fat. But many people misunderstand what fat storage actually represents. It is not simply excess weight. It is a biological survival system. Your body stores fat because energy availability in nature has never been guaranteed. But why does the body convert food into fat instead of simply using all available energy right away? To understand this, we need to look at how the body manages energy across time. Because the body must constantly balance two competing challenges: energy intake and energy demand. Some days, food is plentiful. Other days, food may be scarce. For most of human history, this unpredictability was a constant reality, and the body evolved systems designed to store extra energy whenever it became available. This energy reserve could then be used later when food was harder to find. But here's where it gets interesting. The brain plays a central role in regulating this system. A small region deep within the brain called the hypothalamus continuously monitors signals related to energy balance. These signals include hormone levels, nutrient availability, and fat stores. One of the most important hormones involved in this process is insulin. When you eat, carbohydrates and other nutrients are broken down into molecules such as glucose. As glucose enters the bloodstream, the pancreas releases insulin. Insulin helps move glucose into cells where it can be used for energy. But insulin also sends signals that encourage the body to store excess energy. If immediate energy needs are satisfied, the body converts some nutrients into fat molecules, which are stored inside specialized cells known as adipocytes, or fat cells. And this leads to an unexpected effect. Fat is actually one of the most efficient forms of long-term energy storage. A small amount of fat contains a large amount of stored energy. This makes it an extremely effective biological fuel reserve. But the body doesn't stop there. Another hormone called leptin plays an important role in communicating with the brain about stored energy. Leptin is released by fat cells. When fat stores increase, leptin levels rise. This signal travels to the hypothalamus and helps regulate hunger and energy use. In theory, higher leptin levels should reduce appetite and increase energy expenditure. But the brain does something even more complex. The body is not simply trying to avoid fat storage. It is trying to maintain energy stability. For much of human evolutionary history, having energy reserves increased the chance of survival during periods of scarcity. Individuals who stored energy effectively were more likely to survive harsh conditions. So the brain evolved systems that strongly protect stored energy. But modern environments are very different from the environments in which these systems evolved. Food is often available continuously. Energy-dense foods are widely accessible. At the same time, many modern lifestyles involve less physical activity. These conditions can create situations where energy intake frequently exceeds energy use. The body continues performing the same biological task it always has, storing energy for the future. But because the environment has changed, this ancient survival system may operate differently than it once did. Once you understand this biology, something important becomes clear. Fat storage is not a mistake. It is part of the body's long-term energy strategy. Your body is constantly trying to maintain energy balance, preparing for the possibility that future energy availability may be uncertain. By the way, if you're interested in understanding how the brain and body actually work, this channel explores the science behind those systems. Many aspects of human physiology become easier to understand when we examine the biological mechanisms behind them. And the body's ability to store fat is one of the most powerful examples. It reflects a survival strategy that helped humans adapt to unpredictable environments. Vera explains the science behind how the human system works. Subscribe if you're curious about the biology of being human.